Hello students, this is Lata Narwani, Biofaculty, Mount Litra Z School, Jhansi. Today we will start our first topic of bio, that is life processes. So what are life processes? All those processes which maintain our body to keep us alive are called life processes. So there are many processes, but few of the important processes which we have to study in this lesson are: first nutrition, second respiration, third transportation, and fourth excretion. So we will start today our first topic, nutrition. What is nutrition? It is a process that supplies outside energy to the inside of the body through food. Means the outside energy is taken inside the body. And how do we take this energy? In the form of food. The food which we eat, it goes inside our body and gives us energy. Now why do we need energy? We need energy to perform various activities. Whatever we do throughout the day, we run, we talk, we study, we sit, even when we sleep, we require energy. It gives us energy to perform various activities. Second, we require energy for growth and repair of our body. Third, for maintaining a state of order in our body. Means that all the body parts are working in proper manner. For this also energy is required. Now, on the basis of food which we take, organisms are divided into two groups, autotrophs and heterotrophs. What are autotrophs? Autotrophs are those organisms which can prepare their own food, like green plants. They take the food in the simple form, and which they prepare themselves with the help of inorganic materials like CO2 and H2O. So autotrophs are green plants. They can prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide and water. What are heterotrophs? Heterotrophs are those organisms which are dependent on autotrophs for their food. They take complex food in their body, which is converted into simple form inside their body through digestion with the help of enzymes. Means heterotrophs cannot prepare their own food. They are dependent on autotrophs or green plants for their food, and they take complex food which is digested inside their body. Examples are animals and fungi. Now first we will come on to autotrophic nutrition. Green plants prepare their food with the help of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. C6H12O6 is glucose. So glucose is the food which is prepared by green plants. And in this process, oxygen gas is also evolved. Now extra glucose is stored as starch in the plant body. Means the glucose which they prepare as their food, they take for their daily activities, and whatever extra glucose is left in their body, they convert it in the form of starch and store inside their body. For example, in potato there is starch, in wheat and rice grains there is starch. So plants store their extra glucose in the form of starch. Now in animals or human beings, the extra glucose is converted into glycogen and stored in the liver. So question is asked from here, in which form is glucose converted into plants and in which form it is converted in animals? So plants convert it into starch form and animals convert it into glycogen form. Now photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? The process in which green plants prepare their food with the help of carbon dioxide, water, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. is called photosynthesis. The food prepared by them is simple carbohydrate or glucose. Oxygen is also evolved in this process. Now, what is the importance of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is very important as the green plants are preparing this food, and this only is taken by all the animals. So photosynthesis is very important as by this process the food is prepared for the whole world. Second importance is that in this process carbon dioxide, which is the harmful gas, is utilized by the plants, and a good gas, oxygen, is evolved in this process. Means they purify the atmosphere, they take and utilize carbon dioxide which is harmful for us, and they prepare oxygen in this process which is required by our body for respiration. Next is steps of photosynthesis. The process which is written above in one line in the equation form seems to be very simple, but it is not such a simple process. A large number of reactions are involved in this process. So first step is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll molecule. Second, conversion of light energy to chemical energy. Third, splitting of water molecule. Means first the chlorophyll molecule, it absorbs the sunlight, then converts it into chemical energy form, ATP form, and then utilizing that energy, chemical energy, the water molecules breaks. It splits into two parts, hydrogen ions H plus and oxygen is evolved. Now all these three, first, second and third steps are called light reaction. Why they are called light reaction? Because in these processes sunlight is required, means they occur in the presence of sunlight only, therefore they are called light reactions. Fourth step is reduction of carbon dioxide to glucose. This is called dark reaction because dark reaction doesn't mean that it occurs in dark. It means that no sunlight is required for this reaction. So these are the four steps which occur during photosynthesis process. Now what are the raw materials of photosynthesis? The raw materials for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll. Now carbon dioxide, from where do plants get carbon dioxide? Plants take carbon dioxide from air and through stomata. What are stomata? They are tiny holes or pores which are present on the lower side of the leaves. Second, water is taken by plants from the soil. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast in the leaves. Now where does this process takes place? Means where does photosynthesis take place? Photosynthesis takes place in the leaves, and therefore the leaves are called the kitchen of the plants because the preparation of food takes place in leaves. Therefore leaves are called kitchen of plants. Now we'll just have a look on the structure of a leaf. The structure of a leaf, a section of a leaf is taken here and shown. On the upper side is the upper epidermis, and on the lower side there is lower epidermis, and between the two epidermis are mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells are divided into two parts. The upper cells are tightly packed and they are elongated, rectangular in shape, and they contain chloroplast in the form of dots. Chloroplast are the small packets which contain chlorophyll, and below these are spongy mesophyll cells which are round or circular in shape, and they are arranged far away from each other, and so large amount of air spaces are present in these cells. The stomata or the pores are present in the upper epidermis also and the lower epidermis also, but they are present in large number in the lower side, in the lower epidermis. So through these stomata or through these pores, the plants take carbon dioxide and give out oxygen gas. Now we'll study the structure of stomata. the question is asked, what is the structure of stomata and who regulates the opening and closing of stomata? So stomata word is plural and stoma is singular. So stoma means a single hole or pore and stomata means many holes or pores. So stomata are present on the lower side, lower epidermis of the leaf. One stoma is shown here, left side open stomata and right side closed stomata. So the structure of stoma is that each hole or pore, that is stoma, are surrounded by two kidney shaped or bean shaped cells known as guard cells. Guard cells. In these guard cells there are small dot like structures called chloroplasts and a nucleus is also there. Now outside these guard cells are epidermal cells. Now when these guard cells, they absorb water, they are completely filled with water, they get turgid, they get swollen up, and so the stoma or the stoma opens, and when during night time the water is finished, the water is used up in the photosynthesis process, so they get flaccid and the pore or the stoma gets closed. So this is the process of opening and closing of the stomata, which is controlled by the guard cells. So children, revise these topics and we'll meet on the next term. Thank you.